Good morning, dear cadets. So, as you know, we have already completed the group number 17 as far as the physical and chemical property is concerned. There is one aspect of group number 17, that is anomalous behavior of fluorine, that was left. So, we will complete, and I was seeing the in-text questions of NCERT. They have asked one question. Write the anomalous behavior of fluorine. Only two reasons they have asked. Okay. So, as you know that the first member of each group is bit different from rest member of the group. So, fluorine is not exception to that. Fluorine is also different from rest member of the group. So, first thing is, what is the reason behind the anomalous behavior of fluorine? So, the number one thing is small size, less bond dissociation enthalpy. If I am talking of less bond dissociation enthalpy, it means I am talking of F single bond F. Okay, just remember this one. So their bond dissociation enthalpy is less. Why their bond dissociation enthalpy is less, that also I have discussed. Next one is its electronegativity is very high. Fluorine is the most electronegative element of the periodic table, but electron gain enthalpy of fluorine is not highest in the periodic table. Chlorine is having the highest electron gain enthalpy. Remember, reason also I told you, due to lack of d orbital is also not there. So these are the reason behind the anomalous behavior of fluorine. Another question is here, how fluorine is different from rest member of the group? Okay, so upper one is the reason behind the anomalous behavior of fluorine, but how fluorine is different from rest member of the group? So just see, fluorine forms only one oxo acids, HOF, while other member form many like HOClO, correct? HOCl, HOClO2, HOClO3, many hypochlorous, chlorous, chloric, perchloric, similarly bromine, similarly iodine. They form many 3-4 oxo acids, but fluorine only one oxo acid is known, HOF. Okay. Now suppose in 1 marks question they asked, name the oxo acids of fluorine. So you should remember this one. Anything can be asked in 1 marks. That is why detailed study is required. Okay. Second one is hydride of fluorine. Fluorine hydride is HF. It is in liquid state. While rest member hydrides, they are like HBr, HCl, HI. They are found in the gaseous state. Fluorine is the strongest oxidizing agent. Correct or not? Fluorine, we have already discussed, we have already evaluated how fluorine is the strongest oxidizing agent. So, fluorine is the strongest oxidizing agent because of two reasons. Number one, its electron, of course, its electron gain enthalpy is less than that of chlorine, but its bond dissociation enthalpy is less, and second one, hydration enthalpy is very high. To be strong oxidizing agent, what are the two conditions? 3 conditions. Its electron gain enthalpy should be high, its hydration enthalpy should be high, and bond dissociation enthalpy should be less. So, electron gain enthalpy of fluorine is less than that of chlorine, but that has been compensated by the more hydration enthalpy of fluorine and less bond dissociation enthalpy. We have already discussed. Now, fluorine forms only 2 oxides, and that too they are unstable, O2F2 and OF2, while other members form many oxides. So in this way, fluorine is different from rest member of the group. So now this is also completed. Now just like other group, some elements and compounds of 17 group. So the first element of 17 group is chlorine. So chlorine is discovered by Seeley in year 1774. It is written here. Now Cl2 first used by Henry Cavendish. Okay, and you know in the Henry Cavendish 5 scientists were working, and all 5 scientists have been awarded with the Nobel Prize. Remember, and he is the discoverer of hydrogen also, and he did wonderful work in the field of chemistry. So remember this scientist name, Henry Cavendish. 0.19% chlorine is found in the atmosphere. Another important aspect is here. Chlorine is found in salts like rock salt. Rock salt is the commercial name of NaCl. Sylvine is the commercial name of KCl, Carnellite. Carnellite is the name of one ore. KCl dot MgCl2 dot 6H2O. This is Carnellite. Okay. So the chlorine is found in these ores also. Okay. So you should remember this one. Okay. Try to understand the importance of commercial name. Try to understand. Suppose you have means the chemical name of benzene hexachloride is C6H6Cl6, that is the formula, and chemical name is benzene hexachloride. Okay. But in the market, if you go and tell that give me benzene hexachloride, nobody will give you. You should remember Gamoxine, that is their commercial name. Okay. Or BHC powder, then only they will give you. Okay. So please remember these names. In this way, this is completed. Now method of preparation of chlorine, their physical property, their chemical property, their uses, that should be discussed. So now method of preparation of Cl2. So methods of preparation, just see. First see this method. This is earlier it was very popular method for the preparation of chlorine. MnO2 means manganese dioxide. It is a black powder. It should be treated with concentrate HCl. Then you will get here MnCl2, H2O and Cl2. Just try to understand. What is the oxidation state of Mn here? +4. What is the oxidation state here? Mn +2. So +4 to +2. What is this one? Reduction. So reduction means what is this one? This is oxidizing agent. Here chlorine is -1, chloride ion. But here chlorine is 0. So -1 to 0. What is this one? Oxidation. Oxidation, it means here this is reducing agent, HCl. So in this way you can remember the product. But there is a problem with this method. What is this? What is the problem? It is the expensive method. What is this one? Expensive method. So we are not using nowadays this one. So another methods are there and they are very popular and they are used. So just see, MnO2 should be treated with NaCl and H2SO4. Okay, NaCl and H2SO4. Then you will get here Na2SO4, MnCl2, H2O and Cl2. Okay, no problem at all. Reaction is balanced, not balanced. So just you take here 4NaCl, because chlorine here take 4NaCl. And here you take 2, yes, now H2O. So number of 4 to 6, 4 to the 8, 9. Please balance the reaction. Reaction is not balanced. Yes, reaction is not balanced. Please balance this reaction. Similarly, you can take KMnO4. KMnO4 is the oxidizing agent. Okay, here Mn oxidation state is +7. Here Mn is +2. So +7 to +2. What is this one? Reduction, hence oxidizing agent. And this is reducing agent. Okay, so here also you will get K will react with this one, it will form KCl. Mn will also react this one, MnCl2. H2O must be there and Cl2. Always remember, HCl should be concentrate only. Similarly, we can prepare from K2Cr2O7 also. K2Cr2O7 should react with HCl. Then KCl, CrCl3. Chromium is here +6. Here chromium is +3. So +6 to +3. What is this one? Reduction, hence oxidizing agent. And this is reducing agent. What is this one? Reducing agent. Please balance the reaction. All these reactions are not balanced. Okay, so here also you will get the Cl2 and Cl2. Okay, so no problem at all. Just see, these are the methods of preparation of Cl2. Now try to understand, there is a one commercial method. What is that one? Commercial method. Okay, so the commercial method name is de Con's process. With the help of this process, in large scale we can prepare the chlorine. So actually the mixture of HCl and O2 is explosive. And here in decans process, the reactants are HCl and O2 only. So we are taking here cuprous chloride, Cu2Cl2 as a catalyst. And now this is 2H2O and 2Cl2. Okay. So now here you have got the chlorine gas. And for the large scale production, this is the must. Okay. This method is only used. There is one more method by which we can prepare the chlorine gas. That is from brine solution. What is the brine solution? 36% aqueous solution of NaCl is known as brine solution. Okay. So now try to understand. Take the aqueous solution of NaCl. Okay. So NaCl will be ionized into Na positive and Cl negative. Similarly, since you have taken aqueous solution, water will also ionized into H positive and OH negative. Now just see, in electrolysis process, ions are moving toward the oppositively charged electrode. So here two ions, Na positive and H positive, will move toward the cathode, Cl negative and OH negative will move toward the anode. So now in electrochemistry you have studied what is the name of that process? Name of that process is selective discharge of ion at respective electrode. Electrochemistry you studied or not? Selective discharge of ion at respective electrodes. And there is a criteria for the product formation at respective electrode. Criteria here I wrote. Criteria for product formation at respective electrode. At anode, who will go? Now just see. Here toward the anode, two ions are competing for going. That is Cl negative ion and OH negative ion. Cl negative ion electrode potential is 1.36 volt and OH negative ion is 1.323 volt. Okay. So towards anode, who is going? Who is having more negative electrode potential? Who is having more negative electrode potential, or who is having less positive electrode potential? Both things are same only. This is the criteria for the product formation at respective electrodes. So toward the anode, who should go? According to criteria, who is having more negative electrode potential or less positive electrode potential? So who is having less positive electrode potential? OH negative ion should have gone. OH negative ion should have gone towards the anode because its electrode potential is 1.23 volt. But remember one place I explained you. When OH is moving toward the anode, then what is there? Extra voltage or over voltage concept is applied. Okay. Because Cl is a single negative ion, but in OH what is there? O is also there, H is also there. So when OH move towards the anode, 0.25 volt extra voltage. This is extra voltage, you can say. Extra voltage is required. Extra voltage is required. So if you add this one, this will be equal to 1.48 volt combinedly, means including extra voltage. Now OH required voltage equal to 1.48 rather than 1.23. So now it is exceeding the chlorine electrode potential, that is 1.36 volt. So now instead of OH, according to rule, who should have gone? OH negative should have gone. But now who will go? Cl negative will go. So Cl negative at anode, what is happening? At anode, I am writing this side. At anode, what would be there? At anode positive sign is there. And here what is there? Oxidation is there. What is there? Oxidation. So Cl negative, it will form Cl free radical plus 1 electron. And don't think that only one Cl free radical will do this one. This is known as PC, primary change. Last year I taught you. Now Cl, so many chloride ion will do the same process. So Cl free radical plus Cl free radical equal to Cl2. So at anode, chlorine gas will come out. Okay. So now this is electrolysis process of NaCl. And same is the case with cathode. what is the criteria to move toward the cathode? Here I am writing at cathode, 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 who is having more positive electrode potential or who is having less negative electrode potential. So just see here H electrode potential is, what is the H electrode potential? 0.0 volt, 0.0 volt. And what is Na electrode potential? Minus 2.71 volt, minus 71 volt. So who should go here? At cathode who will go? According to rule, who is having more positive electrode potential? So no doubt that hydrogen is having positive 0.0 volt and sodium is having minus 2.71 volt. So hydrogen will go. So here I am writing this side. At cathode what would happen? At cathode what is there? At cathode negative sign is there. Negative sign. And what is happening? What is the name of process? Reduction is happening. Reduction. So H positive, reduction means gaining of electron, oxidation means losing of electron. So now it will be converted into H free radical, and what is the name of this process? Primary chain. Primary chain. H free radical plus another H free radical, that is equal to H2. So at cathode which gas will come out? At cathode which gas will come out? Hydrogen. And at anode chlorine gas. So this is also one of the method of preparation of chlorine gas. Now process also I taught. Just for understanding it may be little bit difficult, but if electrochemistry is clear to you, very easily you can get it. Okay. So this is all about the method of preparation of chlorine gas. Now what about the physical properties of chlorine gas? Greenish yellow gas. Some other properties are there, we'll write. So now physical property of chlorine, just see. It is everywhere written on the blackboard. We'll begin with here, physical properties. So the physical property of chlorine, first one is, it is greenish yellow gas, pungent suffocating gas, heavier than air and collected by upward displacement of air. Now try to understand this one. Since it is heavier than air, so suppose here air is there. So it is heavy, so it will settle down or not? It will settle down because it is heavy. So when it is settling, then it will displace the air upper side. Okay? Because air is everywhere. So always remember, those who are heavier than air, they will be collected by the upward displacement of air. Means they will displace the air upward side and they will be collected down. Those who are lighter than air, so what, they will be collected by the downward displacement of air. Means since they are lighter, so they will be collected above the air. So they will displace the air downwards and they will be collected above. So the chlorine is heavier than air. Remember this one. Poisonous gas, yes, it is poisonous gas. Highly soluble in water, aqueous solution is called chlorine water. So this is all about the physical property of chlorine. Now chemical properties. So first one is reaction with the metal. You know this reaction. There is no importance of these reactions. Since beginning only you are studying. Sodium react with chlorine and form NaCl. Potassium react with chlorine and form KCl. I can't skip the portion. That is why I wrote. But all these reactions you know. Okay. Similarly, reaction with non-metal. So chlorine react with H2. What is H2? Non-metal. In presence of diffuse sunlight, HCl is formed. Similarly, it react with sulfur and form H2Cl2. That is sulfur monochloride. You know this reaction also. Phosphorus react with the chlorine in limited supply and form PCl3. Similarly, when phosphorus react with excess supply of chlorine, then PCl5 is formed. In case of 15th group of phosphorus, I taught this one. Okay. Another one important thing is reaction with the metallites. What are the metallites? Arsenic, antimony, silicon, bismuth. These are metallites. So arsenic oxidation state is +3. So arsenic react with chlorine and form AsCl3. Antimony oxidation state is +3. So and chlorine oxidation state is -1. So Sb plus 3Cl2 equal to SbCl3. Silicon plus 2Cl2 SiCl4. Bismuth is also +3. So Bi plus 3Cl2 equal to BiCl3. So this is the reaction with the metallites. Affinity for the hydrogen. Chlorine has got the great affinity for the hydrogen. Means if chlorine react with the compounds which are containing hydrogen, so the chlorine will abstract. It will extract. Abstract word is also correct. Extract word is also correct. Extract means snatch. Okay. So just see. H2 is reacting with Cl2. So the chlorine will extract its hydrogen and will form HCl. Similarly, H2S. This also contain hydrogen or not? So from H2S, Cl2 will extract hydrogen. This is C16H10. This is turpentine oil, hydrocarbon, turpentine oil. If it is reacting with the chlorine, so all its hydrogen will be extracted by chlorine. Just see 10HCl and 16C. This is carbon black. What is this one? Carbon black. Carbon black will be left out. Now reaction with the hydrocarbon, you know, last year you studied or not? When CH4 react with Cl2, what is there? One by one, all the hydrogen of methane will be substituted. That is why it is a substitution reaction. I wrote here substitution reaction. Similarly, when chlorine react with the alkene like ethene, then addition reaction would be there. Okay, double bond will not be broken. Addition reaction would be there. Now the most important reaction, when benzene react with Cl2 in presence of sunlight, then addition reaction would be there. And C6H6Cl6, this is only BHC. What is this one? BHC, benzene hexachloride is formed. So this is an example of addition reaction. Condition, you know, sunlight. But same reaction, just see, I wrote here, if same reaction is occurring in presence of anhydrous AlCl3, C6H6Cl2, then what is there? Substitution reaction will be there. Addition reaction would not be there. So just who is making difference? Here this reaction is taking place in presence of sunlight. This reaction is taking place in presence of anhydrous AlCl3. So C6H6 plus Cl2. So here what is there? C6H5Cl, substitution reaction. Only one hydrogen will be replaced by Cl. So this is chlorobenzene. What is the name of this one? Chlorobenzene. Okay. So these are the chemical properties of chlorine. Now I will teach you 3 chemical properties of chlorine, and they are very important. Here there is no chances of asking question, but from those properties definitely question will be asked. Reaction of Cl2 with dilute and cold NaOH, alkali. Similarly, reaction of chlorine with hot and concentrate NaOH. They are the most important reaction. Similarly, reaction of chlorine with lime water, calcium hydroxide, that bleaching powder is formed. Okay. Similarly, oxidation property of chlorine. Chlorine is used as a oxidizing agent. So these 3 reactions please don't forget. So I will rub this one and will write all those reactions. One by one I will teach. So I have divided entire blackboard into 3 parts. The first one is reaction of Cl2 with alkali, NaOH and KOH, hot and concentrate, and cold and dilute. Next one is reaction with NH3, means reaction of Cl2 with NH3. And the next one is reaction with the CaOH, dry and slaked lime, calcium hydroxide with Cl2. And all these 3 reactions are very important. So I am beginning with here. So just take here Cl2 plus NaOH, aqueous means dilute, and here write cold. Okay, what are the product? one product will be NaCl, another product will be NaClO plus what would be there, H2O must be there because it is a dilute. Okay, and now try to understand reaction you can balance. Okay, H2O. Now try to understand what is the name of this one, sodium chloride. What is the name of this one, sodium hypochlorite. Sodium hypochlorite, T not ide, chloride, sodium hypochlorite, because this ClO is hypochlorous ion. What is the name of this one, hypo, just like a chloride ion is there, this is hypochlorous ion. Okay, if you want to balance the reaction you can balance, just see this is balanced now. Okay, no problem at all. Same way Cl2 react with 2KOH, here aqueous only, here what is there, cold. So what is the product here, KCl plus KClO plus H2O. So now this is potassium hypochlorite. What is this one, potassium hypochlorite, right? Okay, this is there. Now what about concentrate, just see, this is with dilute and cold alkali. Next one is hot concentrate and hot alkali. Okay, so Cl2 plus NaOH, what kind, concentrate. So this time here don't write aqueous, here write hot. Okay, so now here what is there, just see, one product is NaCl only, but this time here NaClO3. So ClO single negative is hypochlorous ion and ClO3 single negative. What is the name of this one, chlorite. What is this one, chlorite ion. What is this one, chlorite ion, remember. So that is the difference, just see here chlorine is +1, here chlorine is -1, here chlorine is +1. Okay, so just see 0 to -1, 0 to -1. What is this one, reduction. So reduction means it is oxidizing agent. Now 0 to +1, what is this one, oxidation. Hence what is this one, reducing agent. So if same substance is undergoing oxidation and reduction, that reaction is known as disproportionate reaction. So this is an example of disproportionation reaction. So remember ClO3 is chlorite ion. What is this one, chlorite ion. Same is the case here also, just see, plus here what would be there, H2O. Okay, and now just see here, you can balance the reaction here. Now here ClO3 4 oxygen is there, so just write down here 4 NaOH. What is this one, 4 NaOH. So here 2 H2O, 4 NaOH means 2 H2O. Let me check also, ClO3 4 are there, ClO3 4 correct है. So now here write 2 NaCl. So 3 4 3 2s are 6, 4 here write 2 H2O. Okay, so instead of writing here write 2. So 2 3 2s are 6, 2 8. So here you have to write 8 conc H2SO4. So 2 and here 6. So 3 2s are 6, 3 2s are 6 and 6 chlorine. So total 12 chlorine. So here 6 Cl2. Okay, 6 Cl2. Now 8 hydrogen. Here write 4 hydrogen. Now it is balanced. Oxygen is also 4. 3 2s are 6. 6 10. So it is balanced now. Just see. If it is not balanced, please balance this. This is there. Main product is this one. Just see. NaClO3. What is the name of this one? Sodium chloride. Now this is sodium chloride. Sodium chloride. This is sodium chloride. Remember, here just see, chlorine is 0. Here chlorine is -1. What is the oxidation state of chlorine here? The chlorine is here ClO3. 3 2s are 6 plus 5. Yes, plus 5. So same substance here also, just see, 0 2 plus 1 and 0 2 plus 5. So what is this one? This is oxidation. This is reduction. So same substance is undergoing oxidation and reduction. That is why it is a example of disproportionation reaction. Please balance the reaction time and again. I am telling you, oxygen is not balanced. 6 8. 3 2s are 6 10. So if 10 you will write here, then please balance. This reaction is not balanced. Please balance it. Another reaction is Cl2 plus KOH, concentrate. So here also what is there? Hot only. Same way. What is the product here? KCl plus KClO3 plus H2O. Okay, that is there. Please remember this one. This is also concentrate. Please balance this one. So here also same case. Okay, so just see what is the conclusion of this one. With cold and dilute, product is either sodium hypochlorite is formed or potassium hypochlorite is formed in addition to the NaCl. But if it is hot and concentrate, so the product is an sodium chloride and sodium chloride. What is this one? Sodium chloride or potassium chloride or potassium chloride. Okay, that is the case. Now reaction with NH3. Now here also two types of reaction would be there. Number one, NH3, when this one is taken in excess, plus Cl2. So what is the product here? NH4Cl plus HCl plus N2. Okay, just see N2. Please balance the reaction. This is 3NH2. Now 3NH2 means 6 hydrogen. So 4 hydrogen, 3NH2, 9. Will balance. Plus here 3Cl2. Take this one 6NH4. Take this one 8NH3. So 6 to 8 balance. Now hydrogen 24. No. Chlorine, how many chlorine? Here 3Cl2. Yes, everything is balanced. When NH3 is in excess, but when NH3Cl2, this is in excess, then what is the product here? NCl3 plus 3HCl. So write down here 3Cl2. Then nitrogen trichloride. What is the name of this one? Nitrogen trichloride is found. Okay, this is there. So just see, when ammonia is excess, what is the product? Ammonium chloride. But when chlorine is in excess, then nitrogen trichloride. Okay, so remember this reaction also. This is the reaction number 1, this is reaction number 2. Please remember here also. Just see here, please check the balancing. Here only balancing is not correct. Rest everything is correct. Now reaction with the CaOH whole twice. So Cl2 plus CaOH whole twice bleaching powder will form. CaOCl, here what is there? Cl2 plus H2O plus H2O, that is the product. And one more product is there, CaCl2. Remember here OClO negative. What is the name of this one? Hypochlorous ion. Hypochlorous ion. So that is why calcium balance is 2. So this is whole twice. Generally in the book what is written? Bleaching powder is written like that, CaOCl2. Correct or not? CaOCl2. But remember this is hypochlorous ion. So this is whole of this one, OCl twice. Correct? No problem. So this is slaked lime. What is this one? Slaked lime. And this is bleaching powder. What is this one? Bleaching powder. Exact composition of bleaching powder is like that. Exact composition of bleaching powder. Just see. Exact composition of bleaching powder is like that. CaOCl2 dot CaOH whole twice dot CaCl2 dot 2H2O. This is the complete formula of bleaching powder. Okay, but generally we are representing with CaOCl2. Okay, so please check this one. That is the exact chemical composition of bleaching powder. Okay, just see. I will balance this one also, don't worry. So just see, please balance this one also. Don't worry. This is 2Cl2. So here also 2, here also 2, here also 2. Okay, here don't write 2. Now everything is balanced. 4 chlorine should be there. 4 chlorine are there. Hydrogen 4 should be there. 4. So this is balanced now. Now let us balance this one also. This is concentrate. So just write here, conc right downside. This is 6 NaOH. Okay, 6 NaOH. Write here 6 NaOH. Okay, so this is 5 NaCl. 5 NaCl. Just a minute. This is This is 3H2O. This is 5 NaCl. Okay. Now 5 NaCl. So this is 3Cl2. Yes, 3Cl2. Now balance. 3Cl2, 6 chlorine. So 5 and 6 chlorine. Oxygen 6 should be there. So 3 oxygen, 3 oxygen. Everything is balanced. Okay. So balancing is also correct. So remember, cold and dilute, hot and concentrate. Product is different. Okay. Just see. So in this way, this is also completely completed. So dear cadets, those who are telling there is a problem in the understanding and means I should write and go away so that you can see. So I am just focusing. Each and everything is clearly visible because I am observing from back side. Each and everything is clearly visible, and I hope that you will write it properly. Just remember the reaction of Cl2 with NaOH and QaOH. All those reactions are given in the NCERT book also. Anywhere you can observe and you can see. Okay. So in this way only one chemical property of Cl2 is left, that is their oxidation character or oxidizing property. So we'll complete it tomorrow because duration is almost it is 40-minute video and I don't want to exceed further. Okay, thank you very much.